Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. So, yeah, this is Google Stadia running at 1080p 60 via my Google Chrome and Chrome browser. That is obviously Chrome browser. Here's my initial thoughts so far on Google Stadia. Um, is it anything new, anything fresh that will change my mind that I haven't seen before? No. It is really, it is kind of similar to on live service. I don't know if you guys remember the on live service. It kind of has a similar feel to it, if you know what I mean. Um, so this is nothing groundbreaking. This is nothing new uh, that I haven't seen. Uh, the biggest, I would say, the biggest disappointment is the fact that they're not able to bring you steady, high quality bitrate on the stream. I mean, when you look at movies from Disney Plus, when you look at TV shows from Disney Plus, even Apple TV Plus, the kind of quality they're outputting is truly remarkable. Now, I get it. This is gaming. It's a different type of a beast. Okay, where you have to constantly render the game and send the command between your controller and the server, and all of that stuff takes a lot of on your internet. Okay, but my question is this: if you have these powerful servers that are running out there, and you're able to render these games at the high quality and high bitrate, so if somebody like me who has a 1 gigabit up and 1 gigabit down internet speed, why is it that I'm getting why is it that I'm getting a mediocre bitrate on this stream? Even on this stream right now that I'm playing, this Destiny 2, I'm getting a mediocre bitrate. All right, it's very soft. It's not sharp. Okay, why is that? You know, aren't you supposed to aren't you supposed to be giving me the best possible quality, sharp bitrate quality? Isn't that what you're supposed to be doing, Phil Harrison? Isn't that what you promised to everybody? So right there, I feel that this is nothing that's gonna make people stop, building the PC, or stop buying a console. All right, it's a ludicrous statement to make. And look, Phil Harrison, I'm pretty sure you're a smart guy, and for you to make such a statement like that, it's offensive. It's offensive to a lot of us to make that kind of a statement. Okay, and you know better than that, sir. Come on. Let's not beat around the bush. All right, let's be honest here. And I think the reason why Google is having a difficult time, why Stadia is having a difficult time, it's exactly because of their dishonesty. All right, their dishonesty is the one of the things that got them in trouble to begin with. Okay, instead of being honest, if they were being honest and if they said, look, we're gonna start doing open beta, we're not gonna charge you and anything. We'll put this through open beta. Go ahead, sign up and check it out. Let us know what you think. Give us a feedback. If they did it like that, if they did it like that, I think there would be a much, much better response. But the problem is we were being misled on, what was it, June, July? We were being misled by Google and Phil Harrison, CEO of the Stadia, telling us that all of the games will be running in native 4K, 60 FPS, and in some cases, he said 120 frames per second. Really, and then they're showing the 10 teraflops that's going to trump anything else that you have, PlayStation 5, Scarlet, my PC, you've seen the kind of graphics I can, and the kind of image quality I can bring with my PC, okay? So, uh, one thing that bothers me about Google Stadia, and as you can see, I have it. I did contribute. I pre-ordered it because I bought into their lies. Okay. One thing that bothers me about Google Stadia is dishonesty. This is not how you become successful as a new entrepreneur for different type of gaming. This is not how you move forward with the business model with this type of dishonesty. Okay, and I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that the Stadia made. And even to this day, I mean, even right now, after 7 days, 8 days of a terrible lunch that they have, even right now, they still can admit that they screwed up. What they should have done, they should have wrote some sort of an apology. We apologize, and we're gonna take in consideration your critiques. We're gonna work on it. Nothing, even when someone complained about the Chrome Chromecast Ultra overheating, they said, nope, we tested it. It doesn't overheat. Yet there's tons of videos, tons of photos of Chromecast overheating, even before it was announced to be part of Stadia. So my question to Google Stadia is, why be so dishonest? Why be dishonest? No one ever made it successfully in a business by being dishonest. Okay? So that's my only caveat, why be dishonest? You know, there's so many different ways they could have handled this. There's so many different ways they could have worked with the developers. No developer is going to jump into Google Stadia with this failed negative press that it's getting. No one's going to join in Stadia. Okay, the developers are going to join in where it's successful. Okay, they're going to join Epic Games. They're going to join, Valve, Steam. That's where they're going to join in. They're not going to join this, you know. So dishonesty is one of the issues that I think it's the biggest problem that Google Stadia is facing right now, is dishonesty. So anyway, let's talk about how I feel about this whole Google Stadia infrastructure. Well, first and foremost, let me just say it out up front. You are going to need a very good, stable internet connection. If you don't have a very good, stable internet connection, uh, I'm sorry to break it to you, but you're just wasting your time with Google Stadia, okay? You got to have a really good internet connection. It has to be stable. So if you don't have that, then this is not for you. Then you should just forget about it, okay? Otherwise, you're going to have lag like you never seen before, okay? So that's number one. Number two is the pricing of the games. My question to Google Stadia is, what is the point of subscribing to Google Stadia Pro if all you get, it's only two games for free that you can claim? It's Destiny 2 and Samurai Showdown, which is like mediocre fighting game. Okay, it has nothing on Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. Okay, it has nothing on Injustice, and so forget about it. All right. So what is the point? Okay, of paying that $10 a month, and you can't even achieve a 4K in HDR from what I have heard. I'm gonna test it on Friday with a Chromecast Ultra to see if it actually works. But the point being is, what are you getting with that $10 a month subscription? Uh, I don't know. Not much. Okay. Now, as far as the user interface, it's pretty similar to the Xbox. You know, the best way to explain the user interface, it really has that Xbox feel. Really, it's just like almost like they were ripping the Xbox. The way you bring up the user interface, it's pretty much familiar to all of you who have used the Xbox, and especially with the fact that I'm using the Xbox controller. You have your friends here. I have a couple of friends here. They're following me, and I'm also following them. You can start a party chat with them. You got your audio. You got your connection. You got your controller. And you can use Xbox controller on top of Google's Wi-Fi controller Stadia that they have. So, I mean, user interface, it's user interface, just like any other user interface. It's just that it looks familiar to the Xbox user interface. So, what is the... Here's what I want to say. And I'm really having a difficult time expressing myself with Google Stadia because it's a very complicated... It's really complex to express myself with Google Stadia because it's not a simple yes and no, recommend, don't recommend. It's a very bizarre service. I think the best way for me to explain Google Stadia, it's a very bizarre service. For example, when you look at Google Stadia pricing on the games, they're like $60, $70, and I'm like, why would I or anybody out there pay $60 or $70 for some collector's edition? Why would you pay the full price for something that you know you don't own? You know, and that's the biggest problem. I think Google Stadia would have worked better if they included like 50 or 100 games part of a subscription plan. I think it would have worked better. You know, if you pay like $5 a month and you get a bunch of games included, like every week you get like 10 new games or something like that. But the problem is you have to pay $140 for their device, and on top of that you got to pay $10 for ability to use a 4K on games that you have to pay. On the games that you have to pay $60 full price or $70 collector's editions. It really, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, and I really don't understand why this question wasn't asked to Phil Harrison, especially from somebody who comes from both being in charge of Xbox and PlayStation. Okay? Him, who understands what the gamers want and what they need, and then for him to tell us that the experience you're going to get with Google Stadia is going to trump all your consoles, all your high-end PCs. It's just a ludicrous statement. And then on top of that, he wants you to buy Google Stadia controller and a Chromecast Ultra that has overheating issues. Then on top of that, you have to pay $10 for subscription. So $150 for what? That's my question. What are you paying $150 for? All right. And on top of that, you have to purchase these games. These games that I don't know who in their right mind is going to be purchasing. You can't listen. Imagine, let's put this scenario. Okay, let's look at this scenario. Let's say you purchase 10 games and you spend like, I don't know, like $500, $600. Let's say Google Stadia decides, all right, we're going to shut down this service. It's not working out for us. We're putting too much money into these servers to maintenance them. Sorry, guys. Are they going to reimburse you? Are they going to give you back that $600? No, they won't. So Xbox, you know Xbox not going anywhere. PlayStation, you know PlayStation's not going anywhere, and you know that you actually own the game. Steam Valve's not going anywhere, so you know the game's always going to be there for you. So it's really difficult. I'm trying to find some way to defend this, but you really can't defend this because the way Google set this service up, it's really it's almost as if they purposely wanted this to fail. I mean, I'm going to say it like that. It's almost as if they purposely wanted this service to fail, you know. Listen, yes, it's stable now. It's working now. No issues, no hiccups, but you know why that is? Because I got a pretty good internet. I got a 1 gigabit up and 1 gigabit down. I got a pretty kick-ass internet. How many people have pretty kick-ass internet speed out there, okay? And if you don't have a pretty good internet, dude, it's going to lag the shit out of it. And don't even think about the 4K. You're not going to be playing this in 4K with a sharp bit rate and all that. Sorry, cousin. It ain't happening. So listen, here's the deal, guys. I'm trying to be fair with Google Stadia here. But the thing is, I really don't see any improvements so far. Now, part of me is saying, give it a try. Let it wait till January, wait till February. See what happens. Maybe in January or February, they're going to fix things up. Maybe they're going to patch things up. We'll see. Look, here's the thing. I don't want to... Listen, I already done my share of criticizing Google Stadia. Those videos are out there. I've spoken about it. Here's the deal. I'm going to give this some time and to see what Google Stadia is going to do, how they're going to move forward, how they're going to evolve, if they're going to fix any of these issues. Are they going to include all the other features that are missing? But for right now, at this moment, it is difficult for me, almost nearly impossible for me right now to recommend you cashing out $140 plus $10 subscription for 4K. That's $150. And you can't even use 4K because allegedly it doesn't work. Now, that's allegedly. I'm going to test it on Friday to see if that's true. Okay? But still, you're paying $150 just to get started. Okay? And right now, at this moment, it is really difficult for me to recommend that. I mean, for $150, you can get yourself add another $50, you can have a Nintendo Switch, a Nintendo 3DS XL. You can have Jesus, not Jesus himself, but you can have a Apple TV, which is an excellent 4K device, streaming device. There's a whole lot of other things you can buy with that money. All right, so right now I cannot recommend it. What I would do if I was you, I would just wait and see, guys. The reason I got this is so that I can test it for you, so you don't have to. The reason I got it is so you don't have to. Okay, that's why I got it, because of my YouTube channel. So my advice to you is just wait and see. See what happens next year. See what happens first quarter, second quarter of 2020. See what their vision is, where they're going to go. Are they going to do any upgrades, any updates? Are they going to fix this up? Are they going to implement all these other features? But for right now, it's a one big mess. It's a bizarre. Right now, it's bizarre. It's really difficult to describe Google Stadia, and the best way I can describe Google Stadia, it's just a bizarre service. Probably one of the most bizarre services that I have ever encountered. I really, sure, I had my share of issues with the Xbox Live and PlayStation, but this is the most bizarre approach on the gaming service that I have ever seen, honestly. And I'll just leave it at that. I might have a live stream coming in today, later on, guys. You have to remember, this is not my main job. This is like my hobby that I do on the side. I've been very busy lately, man. You know, working my job, doing other things, dealing with some other drama that I have to go through. So, and on top of that, dealing with car breaking down, flat tire, whatnot, blah, 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 blah. There's always something going on. So, like I said, I cannot recommend it at this stage. The way it is, I cannot recommend you spending 140 or $150. People say, why is 140? Because you have to pay a tax, you know, a $9 tax, the 140. Plus, if you want to get the subscription, $10. That's another $10 on top of 140. That's 150. Okay, just circle at 150. And at this current stage, I really cannot recommend it, man. Okay, so let's wait and see what happens, and if they can turn around, if they can turn this thing around, if they can make it work, fine. But for right now, we'll have to wait and see. I cannot recommend it at this stage. It's just wait and see, guys. Just wait and see. And I know a lot of people are going to say you flip-flop. Look, this has nothing to do with the flip-flop. This has to do with progression of how the service is. Everybody was flipped and flopped because we believed, Phil Harrison, that we're going to be able to utilize native 4K and 60 FPS. And then we hear all these rumors, and then people start saying that it doesn't work that well, there's issues. Okay, so if you're going to call me a flip-flop, then call everybody a flip-flop. All right? So this is just me trying to be honest, and that's what I'm trying to do here. Okay? Yes, you can play it. It works if you have a stable internet at home. But why would I play this on the internet when I can just turn on my PC, turn on my console, and enjoy native rendering and native resolution from a console, from a hardware? Why would I bother being dependent on the internet? Okay, the whole idea of this is for you to take it home, to take it with you out of the home, away from the home, go somewhere else, and then enjoy the beautiful quality. That was the whole idea. All right, so, but that's not the case here at this moment. All right, guys, I'm sorry if I'm mumbling on this video. I'm kind of tired. You probably can hear it in my voice. I'm kind of tired, and I'm doing this because you don't have to. I do it for you, so that way you don't have to. So I can give you unbiased look into Google Stadia. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give you as unbiased as possible look into Google Stadia. All right, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you pretty soon.